I'm good with that. Okay, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Today is astrology in your creative realm notebook. This is going to be like an ongoing thing, is me like making sure I get all my notes in place. So today, we have a few things to cover. Alrighty, so as you guys know, Harmony Workshops is the workbook is available, and let's check that out. That it's available for sale on my official website starting at $2. After that, it's pay what you want. If you are wanting to donate money or anything like that to the cause, well, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated and it's always accepted. And also, I'm going to be doing the newsletters tomorrow for these workshops. Don't worry, you're not going to have to wait 3 weeks for the newsletter again. What ended up happening was I ended up doing the workshop replay post, but I didn't do the MailChimp because the day that I actually was about to do the MailChimp was not uploading the videos properly. So I waited for that and I will be doing that tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MailChimp is operating well. If it's not, you still get access to these replays as well. I send them out all the time. And if you didn't get your replay, please reach out to me and let me know. Gotta, take the selfies. Take the selfies. Alrighty. I have that in my notes to literally make sure that I do that. Okay, so Tropic of Qualia is the AI website. So that is my AI images, AI art. That's where my graphic novels will be as well. And that is for mature content. So it is 18 plus. So as you'll see, there's a lot of paywalls and it's difficult to navigate for a reason. Okay. Very, the official site has the lyrics, the workshops, lots of content going. I'm going to be officially putting music up there, all of my products, all of my art, everything is going to be on my official website rather than anything else, and rather than social media or anything else, right? So, Panacea Cafe, the blog is also always getting updated as well. And I have a few articles that I am going to be posting on Panacea Cafe in regards to introspective work, power dynamics, and also ritualistic abuse. So I will be getting into that on my Panacea Cafe page. Okay. Okay. We will be having an upcoming one-time workshop where it's going to be the book distribution and production workshop. We're going to do that. I am just right now waiting Storm, a copy of Storm to come in the mail so I can show you guys that. Yeah, just waiting. I have Birth of a Genre. I think I have Vibrational Cure lying around somewhere. Sold those out. Though all the ones that I had, I sold it out. I'm like, do I have a copy? You got to leave a copy for yourself at all times. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to add? Okay, so today's going to be an interesting topic. We're going to definitely get into it, astrology in the creative realm. We're definitely going to get into all of that. Okay. And as always, these particular workshops, these ones I know for certain are going to be focused on replays. A lot of people just said that they prefer the replays, they prefer the YouTube, they just don't have time to meet up for all the Zooms and stuff like that. People are like, if you really, really need me to come, let me know. And I'm like, you know what? Like, we're all busy. These replays are just fine. Doing it like this is perfectly fine. If you do want to get your ticket, always remember it is 24 hours before the event that ticket sales end. So make sure that you're not waiting until an hour before the event to get your ticket. You gotta get your ticket to get access. Just because I'm doing so much preparation work for these workshops, I rather have nobody present than somebody present last minute because I want to be able to consider who is going to be present with me in the conversation because, then it's even more conversation, more things. I want to have open conversations on this. I don't want it to be where people just come, sign in, and are only just listening. If you feel called to do so, that is also very, very, very welcome. But if you want to come in and you actually want to have a dialogue, a conversation, that is very appreciated and loved as well. So, um, so let's share my screen. Okay, okay. All righty. So we have astrology in your creative realm. Okay. All righty. So yesterday was a bit of a short workshop. Um, and here, let's just let you take a good look at this just as that. Okay. So yesterday was a shorter workshop. We also had a longer workshop on Monday that was for album covers, but that was because we were not just focusing on album covers, but we were focusing on legacy of album covers. And with that which comes legacy comes power, fame, title, and status. So we were looking into the etymology of that. One of the things is when we really, really focus on these things in an artistic realm, we also have to focus them on an etymology realm because words bind, words cause, words have cause and effect. So let's find out what words we're saying, what words we put power to, and everything like that. Okay. So astrology and creative realm, I love, love, love this cover. I'm proud of this cover today. Okay, today we're going to focus on Draconian astrology, Saturn return dissect. So that will be my Saturn return, and current and upcoming major creative transits. So that'll be for air, everybody. If you want to skip forward to that, that is perfectly fine. And what is a part of fortune? Okay, and I'm going to look at my part of fortune in my chart. And I always do this because by showing you how I look at my chart and being transparent with mine, I am also then able to give you guys how you're supposed to look at your chart in the most humble of ways and how you are supposed to then move forward with the information that you were given in your chart once you see it. So, like always, lead by example. So, I'll show you part of fortune and then what's next. Okay. Alrighty. Here, let me put my camera back on. Okay. So, before we start, today was one of those days that, like, weird weird things in the news. And I'm not a news person. I don't sit there and I don't watch the news all day. But when certain things happen in the world, certain things are just unavoidable if you pay attention, if you're not under a rock. And there was in the news an astrologer actually unalived her children. I guess that's the way that we say it online. But and it was during the eclipse and this astrologer post, I can't imagine how many clients she had, all the trauma that she unalived one of her children by accident, I guess. So she had unalived the father of her children. Um, there's no real way to avoid the graphicness of the situation and the severity of the situation. And I say that to say, what a hard topic to cover today when somebody used astrology in this way, you know? And it's not about astrology, it's about mental health. Who knows what she was going through and then what her family was going through, her children were going through, or anyone in that scenario, or any of the clients were going through because now this person was deemed some form of an expert in something, and it's all tragic. It's extremely extremely tragic. It saddens me greatly to see that. And with that, I wanted to now go into this workshop with this disclaimer, okay? Because it can be so harmful for people to learn about things. And it was the same way that I said a few workshops back to Rip. when we're talking literally about race and things like that, where this information is coming out about people that are Black Indians and darker skinned natives and stuff like that. And then you have people that are so misinformed and are literally coming from direct descendants from Africa and are now staking claim of it because they are so misinformed. And it sucks because we're putting out information about our lives, our DNA. We're putting out this information to teach you about this, to teach many about this. And then it gets discredited because people that only listen to the surface level or only perceived what they perceived without and asking any questions or having any real dialogue or leaving space for dialogue or leaving space to ask questions and instead of jumping to conclusions of such such deep consequence, and it's harmful. It's really harmful. It's sad for the astrology community, but I'm just so sad for her daughter that survived, and also the person that ended up driving into the infant. I my heart breaks for the whole scenario. Okay, so before we start, astrologers can offer. Oh, let me pause my camera now that we have that little disclaimer done. But let's go over this. Astrologers can offer valuable insights into personal tendencies and life patterns through the lens of astrology, which can be a useful tool for self-understanding and personal growth. However, when it comes to mental health, the knowledge and experience of trained mental health experts are indispensable. They have the skills to provide comprehensive support for psychological well-being, addressing issues with techniques and interventions that are rooted in rigorous training in the expertise of mental well being. Astrologers are experts in astrology. It's important to acknowledge that astrology and other esoteric practices can offer personal insights and guidance, yet they should complement rather than replace professional mental health support. Astrology can help individuals understand themselves better and may offer a unique lens on personal challenges. Still, it's imperative to seek counseling and therapy when dealing with mental health issues. When consulting with astrologers or any other advisors in the realm of personal development and spirituality, one must be discerning. Responsible practitioners should always respect personal boundaries, provide insight and guidance without inducing fear, and encourage clients to seek professional help when needed. Guiding stars, navigating astrology with discernment and empowerment. Okay. Astrology should serve as a guiding tool, not a deterministic one. It can illuminate tendencies and cycles, offering perspectives that empower us to navigate life with more awareness. However, discernment is key. An astrologer who focuses excessively on negative potentials or who advises extreme measures may not be supportive to your journey. Instead, look for practitioners who encourage personal growth, resilience, and the application of free will. Astrology highlights challenges as opportunities for development. It doesn't seal our fate. Remember, you are the captain of your ship, and while astrology provides a map of the stars, you choose the course to sail. Okay. Whew. A very heavy topic, but I couldn't start talking about astrology without talking about that first. Okay. All right, welcome everyone. Today, we're exploring a unique aspect of astrology known as Draconian astrology, which offers deep insights into our soul's journey. This approach differs significantly from traditional astrology. Instead of focusing solely on the positions of planets at your birth, Draconian astrology centers on the moon's north and south nodes. These points, where the moon's orbit intersects the ecliptic, reveal our karmic paths and past life skills. This form of astrology is incredibly useful for understanding the challenges we face on our spiritual path and for guiding our personal growth. The South Node details the lessons and abilities we've inherited from past incarnations, while the North Node points us towards the growth experiences and life missions we are meant to fulfill in this lifetime. Embracing this knowledge, we can better navigate our journey towards spiritual and creative fulfillment. Okay. Some AI art. Yes. I love her lashes. I'm definitely gonna get my lashes done like that. Mhm. Draconian astrology basics. So the focus is emphasizes the moon's north and south nodes, which represent our karmic path. The North Node indicates your soul's purpose and the life lessons you are to learn in this lifetime, okay? And then your South Node reveals talents and challenges carried over from past lives, showing habitual patterns and unresolved issues. The purpose, so like what is the purpose behind Draconian astrology is it helps us understand and navigate your spiritual and evolutionary challenges to foster soul growth. Use, especially useful in identifying life themes and spiritual goals, enhancing self awareness and guiding personal development. Okay. And when you go to astro.com, you would go over to extended charts. And in the extended charts, they have a section where you could use special astrology. And that is where you will be able to pull up your draconian chart. Oh, some more AI art. I like it. It's just coming out her nose. We don't know what it is, but I like it. Her hair. I'm so doing that. So this is my Draconian chart. As you can see, with the Draconian chart, my sun is in Gemini. Makes so much sense, huh, guys? Makes so much sense. So, and then my moon is in Virgo. Is so relevant to me. It is so on point. Okay, so Mercury, Gemini, Venus, Cancer, Mars, Leo, Jupiter, Libra, Saturn, Aries, Uranus, Pisces, Neptune, Pisces, Pluto, Capricorn, True Node, Aries, and then Chiron would be in Virgo. Okay. As we turn to draconic to my draconic chart, hold on. Let me turn off my video for a sec so we can get a good look at this. All right. As we turn to my draconic chart, we're looking into the soul's intent, stripping away the layers to reveal what my spirit is aiming to achieve in this lifetime. The draconic chart resets the north node to 0 degrees Aries, suggesting a rebirth. And each planetary placement from there is recalculated to unveil my soul's blueprint. Here are key points from my draconic chart. My sun is in Gemini. This suggests my soul's purpose is to communicate, gather information, and connect with others. It's about embracing curiosity and versatility in my journey. Moon in Virgo. My emotional satisfaction comes from order, detail, and service to others. It's a call to refine my daily life and to heal myself and others through practical means. Mercury in Gemini, again, reinforcing the theme of communication. Here, my soul is intent on mastering the art of conveying ideas and information. Venus in Cancer, a desire for nurturing and deeply emotive connections. It highlights the importance of caring and protective measures. Mars in Leo, this placement drives me to assert myself with confidence and encourages me to pursue my passions with boldness and a generous heart. Saturn in Aries. It's about learning to initiate, to be the pioneer, to assert my individuality, and to develop self reliance. My true node, my north node in Aries, this indicates a soul mission focused on developing independence, courage, and leadership. Okay, let's put this bad boy back on. Okay, this draconic chart is a roadmap to understanding the underlying motivations of my spirit beyond my personal earthbound experiences. It's like peering into the soul's mirror and recognizing the deeper work I'm here to do, which goes hand in hand with the manifestation of the fifth house of creativity, ink, and my artistic expressions. Okay, some more beautiful art based on my likeness without me having to input my likeness. Very, very cool. Okay. So now we're going to move along. That's draconic astrology, draconian astrology. Um, Draconian representing the dragon. Okay, Drake represents the dragon. And as we look at my natal chart, I'd like to share some insights from my Saturn return. Yes, I feel like I had the best Saturn return ever. Things definitely happened in the latter half of my Saturn return that involved my children and court and things like that, but it was my Saturn return. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But astrology don't play, but not to be negative. It's not to be negative, is to understand when certain challenges come, what is the transmutation? What am I learning? What is it for me here to learn? It's a learning basis, not an active basis. Okay. So as we look at my natal chart, I'd like to share some insights from my Saturn return, which began before the cosmic clock officially signaled its start, with Saturn and Aquarius in my fifth house right on the cusp. My journey through this pivotal astrological period began earlier than expected, aligning with my proactive nature. In April 2019, I founded Fifth House of Creativity Inc., intuitively syncing with the energies of my upcoming Saturn return. Even before Saturn returned to its natal position, I felt the stirrings of a change, urging me to lay down the foundations for my future. So think about it, 2019, I was just painting, writing. I was working on a book at that time. Um, Around 2016, that's when I really started to understand what a Saturn return was. So, and I started to feel it even then. And probably it's because it was moving into Capricorn around that time. And I felt it then. And I just had an inkling of it. And I'm like, well, how do I prepare myself for my Saturn return when it actually really starts? And that was accepting my fifth house stellium, and by doing that, I've really, really, really gone the path of my destiny. Okay. So again, we're looking at the birth chart. You guys saw this last week's workshop, but you will see it again. And if you didn't know, last week's workshop was put up on YouTube, the presentation itself to my song Tundra Heart, and it is up on YouTube. Okay, super cool. So you can listen to it and also watch the presentation. It's 101 basics of astrology. Okay, a little art, some art. It's so cool. This amethyst, like a feather. Okay, let's pause this right here. My screen, not my screen, but my video. Here's how this cosmic event played out for me, and perhaps it might shed light on your experiences too. Creative structure. With Saturn in the fifth house, I was called to give form to my creativity. This was a period where I redefined what artistic expression meant to me, leading me to establish my own label and embrace my unique sound. Authentic expression. The fifth house is all about authentic self expression. During my Saturn return, I honed my talents, choosing to step into the limelight and share my voice rather than contributing to the chorus behind other artists. Okay. Cusp energy. Okay. Being on the cusp, and I know so many astrologers argue with it that the cusp isn't real. Da, da, da. Take it from someone born March 23rd. I'm born on a cusp. I feel the Pisces and Aries energy. Cusp energy, and all of my chart is right half and half. So I feel it all throughout my chart. It's not just Pisces and Aries. I feel it split between every planet in every house. Cusp energy. Being on the cusp, I resonate with the attributes of both Capricorn and Aquarius. I coupled Capricorn's drive for achievement with Aquarius's vision for innovation. This blend pushed me to start my label, pioneer a fresh approach to music and business. Early initiations. Although the Saturn return officially starts when Saturn reaches the exact degree it was at one's birth, I felt the influence beforehand. This early initiation was a testament to the cusp effect, prompting me to take action and embrace an entrepreneurial spirit. Integrate lessons. Post return, I've noticed a profound integration of the lessons Saturn taught me: discipline, commitment, and the importance of structuring my creative impulses into tangible outputs. Okay, let's restart the video. Okay, since the commencement of my Saturn return in 2020, I've navigated through a tempest of creation, a veritable of storm of artistic output. This period has been astonishingly prolific, blessing me with the genesis of 286 songs and 40 diverse projects. Within this whirlwind of productivity, I've also penned 3 books, each a beacon of knowledge and a sanctuary for the mind and spirit. Okay. Say all of that very, very humbly, always very, very humbly. So as we do with most of the presentations, what I'm actually going to do with this part is I'm going to leave this part for you guys to read. What this part is just about my books and how that was also a core part of my Saturn return as well. And just to kind of like go into what I was talking about, even with Saturn return, but also the Draconian astrology and how I fulfilled that as well. So all of these things were things that I learned pretty early on when I started Panacea Cafe and I started studying astrology. Okay, so here we're not going to get into this one right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about moving along. But what this is here, when you come look at the presentation, is I asked Harmony GBT, so that's my GBT, what was it with the planets in my fifth house working with Saturn? You know, I had Neptune, I had Uranus in it outside my North Node, but this is really pointing me in the direction of, okay, you might have Saturn, people would be like, oh, well, that's discipline. And then putting that in the fifth house, oh, you know, it might be really, really hard on your creativity. No, it wasn't. So I had Neptune, I had Uranus at my North Node. You know, I was also able to be well aware that, you know, I had all these creative talents. I love my babies, you know. So I went into everything that the fifth house represented. I accepted everything that the fifth house represented. Okay, more art. Hold on. Like, guys, so crazy. All right, so this is upcoming transits for all of us, and I'm going to pause my screen for 1 minute so y'all can take a good look at that. Alrighty, so Jupiter in Taurus starting mid 2024 is going to be abundance and comfort. As Jupiter enters Taurus, anticipate a season of growth that could fortify financial stability and enhance the appreciation of life's comforts. Cultivation of talent, a splendid time to nurture creative talents, particularly those that yield tangible results like sculpting, painting, or music. Jupiter trine Pluto ongoing into 2025. Empowering transformations with Jupiter trining Pluto. We're in a powerful phase of self empowerment and profound personal transformation where ambition meets opportunity. Broaden horizons. If you know, you know. So use this time to broaden your scope of influence. Your actions now can have lasting impacts. Saturn transits. Saturn in Pisces already in motion, artistic structure. This is an ideal period for building more structure around creative endeavors, perhaps by formalizing a creative project or practice, melding spirituality and practice, a supportive time for integrating spiritual practices into your everyday routine, strengthening both mind and spirit. Saturn sextile Uranus approaching in 2024 to 2025. Progressive realization. This transit is on the horizon, promising a blend of stability with innovation, perfect for introducing new methodologies into your work. Harmonious change. Expect the changes you've been working toward to start solidifying, offering a blend of Uranus's innovation and Saturn's stability. Okay. So who is this going to affect the most? I can put my camera on for this one. I think I won't take up the whole screen. Okay, perfect. When Jupiter moves into Taurus in mid 2024, it's going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn that will be most affected, and they can expect growth, especially in finances and creative projects. And that goes for if it is your rising or if it is your sun or, if it is your ruler. And Jupiter's trine to Pluto will particularly resonate with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, bringing opportunities for deep personal change and growth. Saturn in Pisces will have Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces focusing on getting serious about their dreams and creative ideas. The Saturn sextile Uranus aspect will affect Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius the most, helping them find a balance between maintaining stability and making necessary changes. That makes me so excited for all my loved ones. I love ones, I love you. So overall, these transits signal a time for building, transforming, and refining across various aspects of life for everyone, with the earth and mutable signs feeling the energies most intensely. Okay, other transits. Okay, so we have Uranus and Gemini beginning 2025. Okay, revolutionary ideas as Uranus moves into Gemini. Prepare for a surge of fresh, revolutionary ideas and novel ways to communicate or network. Technological breakthroughs. This transit may coincide with significant technological breakthroughs that could be harnessed to further your creative or business endeavors. Okay, Neptune trine the Sun, depending on your natal Sun position, artistic flow. If Neptune is forming a trine to your natal Sun, you might find yourself in a period of heightened inspiration and creativity, perfect for artists and visionaries. Connection to the divine. A deeper sense of connection with the universe can illuminate your spiritual path and inspire your work. Okay, so the upcoming transit of Uranus and Gemini starting in 2025 will significantly impact Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, as it will form major aspects with these signs. This transit is likely to spark revolutionary ideas and lead to major technological advancements that those signs can leverage, particularly in communication and networking. Additionally, anyone with Neptune forming a trine to their natal sun will experience a surge in artistic creativity and a deeper spiritual or intuitive connection, enhancing both personal expression and professional projects. Just double checking the time. Another AI picture I did. Very, very beautiful. Look at all the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Incredible picture. Okay. And here we're going on to part of fortune. So you can see my part of fortune is sitting in my fourth house in Sagittarius. And the thing is they call it the archer's arrow, archer's bow. And the thing is with this is the same way when you're looking up Draconian astrology, you go to the extended chart, extended astrology, extended natal chart section while looking at your chart on astro.com. So I'm going to tell you about part of fortune in my fourth house so that you would be able to understand what role it would play when you look at your houses for it. Okay. So in my chart, the part of fortune resides in the fourth house and dances in the sign of Sagittarius. This confluence is a cosmic compass pointing towards joy and prosperity, emanating from the very core of my being, my home, and my origins. The fourth house is traditionally the foundation of the chart, the bedrock of our lives, our home, our family, and our private world. With the part of fortune here, my sanctuary and personal spaces are not just retreats, but well springs of happiness and success. Sagittarius, the sign of the archer, brings a flavor of adventure and wisdom to these personal realms. It speaks to a home that is not just a dwelling, but a place of learning and a launch pad for life's great quests. This placement suggests that my fortunes grow when my foundation is aligned with my philosophical outlook and when my living space reflects my quest for truth and meaning. There is an implicit freedom here, hinting that my home life thrives on openness and the unbinding ethos where freedom of thought and movement are cherished. For me, the part of fortune in the fourth house in Sagittarius has been a guiding light to creating a living space that is not only a physical shelter, but also intellectual and spiritual haven. It underscores the idea that our roots can be as expansive as our wings and that our personal growth is deeply intertwined with the places we call home. Okay. So I'm, and it's funny because this really relates to me having my moon in Cancer, like just so home oriented, love oriented, family oriented. I just love, love, love being home. Okay, so we can put my camera back on. Check it out, check it out. So next time, what we're going to cover is perfection years, elective astrology for planning. So that is picking up particular dates for planning. We already kind of got into it, but I want to teach you how to be able to do that on your own. Okay. And solar and lunar returns. We get our solar return once a year, but we also get lunar returns at least once a month. So really cool. All right. So April Harmonies workshops awaits. Okay. So here we go. All right, we have album cover designs on April Tuesdays. All right, all the way up until the 30th. And then we have social media copywriting on Wednesdays. Okay, April Wednesdays. Alrighty, we have astrology in your creative realm on April Thursdays. That's what this workshop is, of course. Okay, and of course, you'll have the resources available when you go into the presentation. Okay. And Harmony Workbook, like we said at the beginning of this workshop, is available for $2 on the website and $2. And then you can also add whatever you want. So if you want to make a donation, you can. Okay. And as always, Chimagwich, thank you very much. Let me stop sharing this bad boy. Chimagwich, thank you so much. Very, very happy to have this opportunity to speak about astrology. I love astrology. I just kind of want to cover the basics with you. I'm the type of person that, like, once it comes down to astrology, I start to like go in, okay? But I wanted to give you guys the basics, the education. So our following conversations, once I start to go in, you kind of have just the basics laid out for you. But I also really wanted to touch on mental health within astrology, accessing, your toolkit. This is a well-being toolkit. I'm not saying take astrology and then you don't focus on nutrition. You're a holistic nutritionist, right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. You know, unless you have a holistic nutritionist that is also a therapist, that is also an astrologer, and all those things put in, right? Unless you have that, add to your toolkit, add people to your toolkit. Support is always available when you need it. Okay, support is always available when you need it. Ask, talk. You're not alone. You're not alone out there. Nobody's alone. We're never alone. Even if they isolate you, you're never alone. Okay. So that being said, as always, she make rich. Thank you so much for coming out to Harmony Workshop.